Welcome back to live action. You're with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, and this is the Milo President's Knockout Trophy, the semi-finals, all important clash coming to you from the Royal Complex here in Colombo. It's going to be the semi-final of one Wesley College playing with Vidyartha. Emergence of new teams coming into this Milo knockout semi-final. Wesley College finishing 4th in the Singer Schools Rugby League Cup Championship, now making their way into the semi-final. They got themselves a walkover. That's why they're exactly here. Here you go, the clash coming in. Milo President's Trophy, Vidyartha College taking on Wesley. Kavishka Bandara leading Vidyartha College. In the meantime, Murshid Zubair leading Wesley College. So it has been a wonderful journey for both of these teams, and they have a chance of taking home a silverware if they could get this game through and make it to the finals. Joining me alongside is Sudarshan. Sudarshan, a very good afternoon to you. Vidyartha College has been a surprise package in this Singer School season.
Good afternoon, Inshaf, and yes, good afternoon to all our viewers joining us for this all-important crash. Semi-finals of the Milo Knockout Trophy 2019, Vidyartha taking on Wesley College, and like Inshaf mentioned, yes, Vidyartha College have been the surprise package. They played some terrific rugby to get here, and Wesley, on the other hand, have been the most impressive team in the second round. They're unbeaten. They ended unbeaten in the second round.
I might want to correct you on that, Sudarshan. They lost to Science very unfortunately, but then I think they fought back very well to win against Trinity College.
That's right, absolutely. That's a game Wesley would like to forget, just like I did. But yeah, they were terrific in the second round, barring that Science game. Here's the forecast. Partly cloudy, but it feels really, really warm here at the Royal Complex. So the boys from Kandy with the other college are going to have to adjust to these conditions very, very, very quickly. Wesley, on the other hand, home conditions for them, and they have very happy memories here at this ground this season. They've been impressive throughout. They will be looking at trying to have a very comfortable victory here against Vidyartha College, who will definitely want to be the giant killers. Wesley have been the giant killers in the top tier. Vidyartha, on the other hand, have been the most impressive team in the B division. So it's a very, very good matchup here in the semi-finals. Instead of looking at these two teams, both these teams like to run the ball wide. So it's gonna come down to how their forwards come into play. Wesley have a very good drilled set of forwards. Here are the highlights of.
I think these are quarterfinals. Only thing is, Sudarshan, these two teams have not played a quarterfinal. They've been given a walkover. So that's going to see how conditioned these two teams are. They've not played rugby for 2 weeks. But in the meantime, it was a breathtaking victory for Vidyartha College last week. Winning against St. Joseph's, an opposition that they lost in the league stage, and what a comeback from the Green Machines.
You're right. Yes, these two teams haven't played much rugby, as you can see. Vidyartha College, who didn't have the best of seasons, coming back to get a victory against St. Joseph's. Vidyartha is a school who's very, very determined to go the distance when it comes to the knockouts. St. Peter's College, who were very unlucky to miss out on the league plum, coming back and totally destroying Kingswood College here at the Royal Complex in their quarterfinal affair. Tomorrow, Peters take on Vidyartha, which will be a terrific second semi-final. But coming back to Wesley and Vidyartha College have had a wonderful season. Getting back to A Division, they will be very hungry for silverware. On the other hand, Wesley College, they've done a lot of good work, but they don't have anything to show for it. So they will be very much determined to go the distance in this one as well. So we can expect a brilliant clash, good running rugby here.
Exactly. I think Paul Toya in his post-match interview with us with ThePapare.com and the St. Joseph's match also mentioned that he would be aiming at the knockouts because they had some unfortunate losses in that first round. Unfortunately, they lost out to Kingswood. Kingswood College will have a lot of things to do in the run-up to next year's league. They've not had the best of seasons in this year. But then for Wesley, last time they came into the finals was in 2013, and they ended up winning that Rahul De Silva's team. And then memories of that 2012 team also should be very faint as well. Here you go. This is what happened last week. St. Thomas's and Royal giving away The walkover, Isipatana College winning 19 points to 17, and St. Peter's College winning 53 points to 12. But coming back, Sudarshan, remember that season where the 2012 Vidyartha College team came out as underdogs and defeated all those big names in the Singer Schools League.
Absolutely, that was their last golden year, wasn't it? The likes of Jason Disanaika and Kavindu Pereira, two of their very proud old boys who are doing very well in the club and the national outfit, played for Vidyartha under Jason's captaincy. And also in 2013, Wesley College going the distance under Rahul De Silva, defeating Trinity College in the finals of the Milo knockouts. That was the last time that they tasted victory in the finals, so they will be wanting to replicate that here in this year because they have a very, very good chance. Vidyartha, on the other hand, will want to make sure that they lay a very good foundation for the next year. Here's the Vidyartha team for you. Tarindu Ridmaka, Hasita Kumara and Rukshan Veerasinghe, the front row for Vidyartha. Quite young hooker, Hasita Kumara, has been impressive. Tarindu Niro, the second row. Kalhara Jayawardena joins him up in the second row, and the third row, Vidyartha, Kavishka Bandara and Danushka Nalin making up the Lucies for Vidyartha. The halfback and fly-off combination, Kavishka Kaluarachi joining with Kavisha Kaluarachi. Two Kaluarachis joining up for the halfback combination, and the two centers, Sampath Gunaratna and Dilshan Kodagoda. Kodagoda has been an impressive runner. And the back three for Vidyartha College, Satsara Kalugampitiya, Arusha Ratnayaka and Pathum Jagodi. Kalugampitiya has been the man to have an eye on. Tall lad, has plenty speed as well. Here's Wesley team for you. Tarindu Hasita, Akib Tahir and Dinet Dinuja making up the front row. Two young front rowers, and Ravin Fernando and Hafiz Tabit have been the tested locks for Wesley College. In the Lucies, we have the experienced Tavaraja Samuel Ogbebo, who's been absolutely fantastic, and Dexter Gunatilaka making up the Lucies. The halfback combination, Janusha Mendes comes in, and Tarindu Walpitage has been a real architect of Wesley's success this season. He's known when to kick, he's known when to pass, and he's known when to run the ball as the number 10. And the center combination for Wesley, Sahan Hassanja and Murshid Zubair comes into the center position this season. He's been a game breaker because that gives Wesley a kicking ability and a decision-making ability in the center field as well. And the back three for Wesley, Teekshana Vitanage, Tarisha Jayavira and Kavindana Pereira. The back three for Wesley, Tarisha Jayavira has been safe as houses under the high ball, so Wesley will expect him to do the same come this all-important semi-final.
So good combined 15, I think, Sudarshan. About the key is that the running abilities and the backline strength of these two teams. I think Dishra Kodagoda has been that player for Vidyartha, along with Pathum Jayakod in that back row. You can see the Vidyartha College team. I was talking to Kavishka Bandara after their triumph in the Singer Schools Rugby League after they made it to the Cup Championship, and he told me this story about how much it means. They've been working their way up to the top division from the time they went down. I think very unfortunate in 2013 where they were found guilty of playing an overage play, and they had to sit down to the C division, and then from there I think they've not stopped at nothing, but then they made their way up, and finally they'll be playing in the top division next year.
Absolutely. Last year I thought it was so close yet so far story for Vidyartha to get him back into a division. They missed out on a couple of matches and lost an opportunity. But here they are. They're guaranteed of a spot in the top division come next year. So they will be wanting to put down a very good base here at the semi-finals, at the knockouts. They'll want to make sure. Couple of fans.
Looks like Dexter Gunatilaka has a lot of fans. Number 7. Dekayaka.
Dekayaka, they say. Absolutely. He's been one of those players who've really come down and put his head down. Ideal number 7 for you. Today, Wesley College will be sans their... Wesley College will be sans their head coach. Paul Toya, who's not very well, I hear. I'm sure he'll be glued to the television at home. So, hi, Paul. We really wish you a speedy recovery.
Hopefully we'll get to see him once again for one final game if his team gets back together. I think the way Wesley have come up, Sudarshana, from that point where they lost that game to Kingswood in the first week, and then I think it has been upward sliding whole. And I like the way how Murshid Zubair has made it to that number 12 or the midfield position, and that has given him a good sight of the game, and he knows how to handle the game very well at that 13 pod.
Absolutely. What happens there is Murshid Zubair with Murshid coming into the number 13 jersey. It gives Wesley options, kicking options and playmaking options in the number 10 position in Walpikittage, and also Zubair at 13. Skipper, experienced lad, will be very important for him to have a very good game today. The Wesley team lining up for a photograph.
I think we should speak something about Kavindra Pereira as well. Pereira, just onto the left of Murshid Zubair, has been a revelation. I think he's playing his final season, played 2 years before for the Double Blues, and then I think this has been his best season. We remember those tries he scored against Zipatana. I think that was the turning point of the game after they and that win against St. Joseph's. I think that's what turned things around, Sudarshan, in the Single Schools Rugby League, finally paving way to Royal to be crowned as league champions.
Oh, absolutely. Wesley has been one of those teams that during the first round they really did not click properly, but come the second round they had done the work. I think that's Wesley is one of those teams who really benefited from that extended break. In short, they really got into their patterns, and it's beautiful to see when Wesley is in full motion in their prime. Chanaka Chandimal, a former Sri Lankan player, rather former Navy and a current CRNFC player, behind the huddle of the Vidyartha College team, will be supporting his team. The one in the Adidas cap, Chandimal, was a brilliant flyer for Vidyartha. Interesting fact in Safa, earlier during the semi-final of the Premier Trophy, when Lumbini was playing against Anand, the travelling Vidyartha fans were all out cheering for Lumbini, because you know with the Gopal level trophy there is a big rivalry against Anand College, and the Vidyartha fans were determined to support the Lumbini players. And here's the knockout trophy lineup so far, how the teams have come. Royal College did give a walkover to Vidyartha. Wesley getting a walkover against St. Thomas's, pits them in this first semi-final. On the other side, Isipatana managing to get the better of St. Joseph's, and St. Peter's getting the better of Kingswood College in the second semi-final. Who will book the first seat in the final? We will find out in about an hour and a half. But now the two teams have lined up for the official introduction and the school songs.
ඊළඟට විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ පාසල් කිසිත අවස්ථාව.
So there you go, both teams are ready for the semi-final. Wesley College with their traditional prayer before the match. Murshid Zubair playing his 5th and final year. He knows how important this semi-final is. All his life he's played his rugby in the double blue jersey. Has been a standout player in the years he played. I think he made his debut at age of 15 years, Sudarshana, and then it's his final year, and he'd like to finish it up with some silverware.
Oh, absolutely. More than that, Insaf, I think he would want to stay in that jersey for one more game, and he has a chance. He only has a chance if they finish victorious. And Wesley coach Paul, here are here's the match officials. Gihan Yatavara will be assisted by ThePapare and Harshan Vijayveera. Wesley coach Paul Toya sending in a message, says he will feel much better if the boys beat the Tigers from the Hill Capital. I'm sure the boys would want that for their coach as well. Here's Walpitagay kicking off the proceedings. Good high kick, but very equally well marked. Good collection by Vidyartha, who opt to send it out wide. This is their strength in the corners. Vidyartha are not shy of running the ball, but losing the ball in contact. Not ideal start for them. Wesley now inside the opposition half. Ogbebo taking the ball forward. Now opting to go on the short side. We've seen Wesley do this time and time again. They're very quick to change the direction. They find a lot of players on the wrong foot. Here's running Walpitagay onto the corner, and this will be the first try for Wesley. The number 11 Vithanagay touching down for Wesley College. Beautiful stuff. Early blow on Vidyartha. Lovely bit of work from Wesley, and that all started with a mistake from Vidyartha College. That's how it ended. But brilliant work by Wesley College, getting the ball to be worked through the hands, sending it out to the corner and touching down. Deekshana Vithanagay, the man who benefited from that.
Wonderful running pass. This is what we were talking about, the line speed of the Wesley College side. Tharandi Walpitagay combining with Murshid Zubair and Deekshana Vithanagay. We know how much of pace he has with himself, and then all he had to do was touchdown. So that's the first try. So Wesley College striking early in this first half, and Tharandi Walpitagay will be having a bit of a difficult task early in this game to add the 2 extra points. Let's see if Walpitagay, the wind is not in his favor as well. We can see the ball dangling in that kicking tee. Was a standout player, Walpitagay, in terms of being one of the best fly halves in the single schools rugby league as well. Here comes Valpitage, has the distance but not the angle. So 5 points up for Wesley in the second minute of play. Sudarshan, I think that should bolster the spirits of the Double Blues.
Wesley College, brilliant start to this semi-final, putting Vidyartha straight under pressure. They opted to run the ball with Vidyartha, not clearing the ranks from the first go, but were guilty of losing the ball in contact. Wesley, on the other hand, made use of that ball, quick hands, recycled and in the corner. 2 minutes into the game, 5 points on the board for Wesley College. Game held up a little for the lack of a rugby ball, and here it comes finally. Vidyartha need to settle their nerves now. Wesley, on the other hand, will be in the front foot, having scored from the first move of the game. Here's the restart, well collected by Wesley, who knows how to keep possession. Are very effective around the breakdowns as well.
Play on. Get back,
Snaking it
get
forward.
Back. Yellow. Carry it back.
Valpitage putting the ball to boot, but this time not finding touch. Straight to Pathum Jayakodi, another star player in this game. Wesley losing it forward, so Vidyartha will have the opportunity to try and get into the opposition half. What's going to be very important here is having that winning that territorial battle earlier on in this game, because both teams like to run, and you can't do much running when you're in your own half.
So the thing is, Wesley College have played this top division rugby, Sudarshan, and in comparison to Vidyartha, who's been playing all of their games in the plate and the B division, so it will be a new challenge for them. So it's best that they adapt themselves accordingly, and they'll do it very soon.
Vidyartha by no means are going to be pushovers. They will fight till the last minute.
Play on.
That's free play. Vidyartha managing to turn this ball over, isolated now. Did very well to stay on its feet until the support came, but brilliant counter-ruck from Wesley Ogbebo, picking that ball. Absolutely no problem there. Both teams need to control the ball in the breakdown. Wesley losing it. It's not something you want to see as a coach, and gifting a penalty that time, not releasing the man. So both teams need to calm down in the breakdown and try and secure that ball. Wesley looked very good counter-rucking, but they need to make sure that they secure their own ball.
Samuel Ogbebo did a lot of work in that breakdown early on. Sudarshan went into the man, knew the space, got the ball back, but just to give it away, I think that's very cheaply gifted away position by Wesley College.
You got to fold the oncoming players who have to make sure that they secure the ball. With Vidyartha now for the first time. Here's the replay. It's going down. Vidyartha this time guilty of not securing that line out, despite managing to come into the Wesley half. Here's Valpitage with his kick. Little bit of a fumble, but managing to hold on to possession, but loses it forward now. Wesley scampering with it. Opts to go with the forwards in the center field.
Tackle.
Wesley trying to suck in the defense, suck in the Vidyartha defense before they unleash the backs. Vidyartha have been so far so good, except for that opening phase. Here's Zubair running around the corners, options on both sides. Show and go, and here's the try scorer, first try scorer Vitanage, but the referee wants to have a word with... he's lost it, sent it forward, says the referee. Forward pass.
Scrum. Forward.
Well, here's another look at it. I think this pass, yes. There the ball travels forward.
But then Sudarshana, had it gone through the right hands, it would have been the second try coming in for Tikshila Vithanagi. I think that this set move, Zubair combining with Sahan Hanshad and then sending the ball out. I think good presence of mind from Tharu Sujayavira as well. Waited for the right moment to send the ball to Vithanagi, and that's the intention coming in from Wesley.
Fine.
Vidyartha will be very, very much revealed, and they're very lucky that it traveled forward. That should be another set. Oh, well. Referee decides that it's okay. It did look like the ball didn't go in the tunnel. Denied with a try. Denied of a try on this corner. Wesley scores on the other side. Kavindana Pereira touches down. You can only blame Vidyartha College. They were given another lease of life. All they had to do was clear the ranks. Scrum off that time, making the mistake.
We'd like to take a look at that scrum once again. Take a look at that, Sudarshana. Murshid Zubair knew exactly when to pass, and he knows the potential in Kavindana Pereira. Runs around the corner, and that's the second try coming in for Wesley College. Deprived of the earlier one by Tikshila Vithanagi, and Wesley score on the other side.
If you can take a look at the replay again, that will be absolutely brilliant because the Murshid Zubair, the awareness of the space, that's just absolutely brilliant. Wesley College, Vidyartha now is dealing with a different beast than they had to contend with in the league here at the knockouts. Wesley changing on to a different gear. What they will be focused on is to make sure that they play their patterns, they get their game plans right, and make sure that they try and dominate. Valpidaga's second attempt at goal is accurate and on point. 12 points, 2-0. Valpidage gets the second one right. We'll try and take a look at here's what happened. Ball not in cleanly. Wesley managing to control it. First face ball. Sending it out. Take a look at Zubair now. Cuts back in and puts Pereira in space. Just beautiful stuff by Murshid Zubair, who had the good sense. Now Vidyartha having to play catch-up rugby. 12 points to catch up to. It's not going to be an easy task. Wesley, all they have to do now is to try and settle down and play their own game. Valpidage will be a little concerned that none of his touch kicks did find touch. Harsha Bandara, the skipper, with Kavisha Bandara, beg your pardon, the skipper, not getting the offload right that time.
I think Kavish Bandara has been crucial for Vidyartha as well. Playing in the front row, Sudarshan, I think he's been much of the ball carrier for Vidyartha along the league season as well. So it will be important that Vidyartha College settle their nerves. They are trailing 12 points. They'll need to regroup themselves and get their act together, because at that moment they just helplessly gave away a position. That's something you cannot have when you have a team like Wesley up against you. Jeno Samendis good feed into that ruck, into that scrum. Now the ball comes to Valpida. Valpida, lovely wraparound pass. Good pressure coming in from Vidyartha.
Wesley College opting to go with their forwards. This has been their pattern. Couple of hits from their forwards and they go on to the short side. Every time they run the short side, they look absolutely dangerous. Referee Atavara playing advantage for a high tackle, brings play back. One of the young referees who've come through the ranks, Yatavara, has had a fairly good season, in my opinion.
It's important to see up and coming referees taking the whistle up, Sudarshan. Not something people almost like to do because of the criticism and the abuse they get, but then there are a few of these brave hearts who come up, who follow their passion, and Yatavara is one of them.
Absolutely a thankless job refereeing, especially here in Sri Lanka.
It's a very tiring job as well.
When you do your job right as a referee, nobody notices. But when you do something wrong, everybody is there to criticize. Wesley this time managing to collect that ball at the back of the line out. Forwards in the move. Walpidage now sends it out. Good interception. Can he go the distance? Has support. Vidyartha need to make sure that they recycle this ball. Try and settle down and get the score on the board. That's what they need desperately. Plenty of runners. A good tackle coming in. Just beautiful. Tarusa Jayavira, well marked. Break for prop forward, being met with the double tackle. Now Vidyartha opts to put the ball to boot, playing the territorial game. Walpidage at the back, safe as houses. Replies with a kick of his own, collected inside the 22 meters. Oh, interestingly, opting to come out of the 22 meters and kicking the ball. Sends it to Subair.
Release him. Step back.
Murshid Subair setting it up for Wesley College. Now Wesley will use the forwards for a couple of phases. Walpidage to Subair. Has men on the outside, puts the ball to boot. This is what Subair offers in the middle of the line. Vidyartha now with a chance. Can he go the distance? Has one man to beat in Walpidage. Cuts back inside. Pathum Jayakodi. Beautiful offload to skipper Kavishka Bandara. Loses the ball forward. Very, very unfortunate.
But see, that's
Could have been a beautiful counter-attacking try. This is what Vidyartha is good at. Playing the game at pace when you don't expect it, but they need to make sure they have the continuity and they can settle down and recycle the ball.
Pathum Jayakodi with that break, he found, here's a look at that replay once again. Murshid Zubair puts in that kick. It should have been in going into the hands of Kavindana Perera a little bit. Or could goes to the hands of Pathum Jayakodi. Look at that running angle. He surpassed two. There was no catching that player. And then Kavishka Bandar comes in support. Could have been a little bit vigilant. The support came in the form of his other prop forwards. Could have been a little bit more settled down and played the ball from there.
Can't blame the man at the number 8 who was charging in, ran in support with the vigor. Never an easy task. Referee Atavara has spotted a lost forward. So Vidyartha with another chance. They will want to make sure that they have some points on the board when they come back from here. The Tigers are slowly but surely clawing their way in. Here's the replay. Yes, absolutely. The first time seemed like there was a slight touch on the scrum off. It will be interesting to see what Vidyartha will look to do here. Advantage going Vidyartha way. Here's the skipper offloading to his number 9, Mendes. Beg your pardon, Kaluarachi. Vidyartha forwards battling their way into the 5 meters. Not a very common sight when it comes to Vidyartha. Their forwards getting into the mix. Standing start for the skipper. Wesley managing to push them back. No inch given by Wesley College, who are valiantly defending their 5-meter line. Vidyartha's ploy of trying to suck in as many defenders as they possibly can are not actually working for them, because Wesley have the defensive line nicely spread out on either side of the field. Referee still playing advantage in favor of Wesley. Beg your pardon now, Vidyartha, who are with possession. Will he deem that advantage is? Yep, there you go. The referee deciding that that's not enough advantage. Vidyartha, quick tap inside the 5 meters. Nalin Kumar, the big man, Tarindra Ratnayaka taking the ball forward. Still available for Vidyartha. That will be the first try. Right underneath the post. Vidyartha gets in on the scoreboard. Tarindra Ratnayaka was the man who touched down, the big number 1. Underneath the post with the conversion to come, 5 points to 12. Now this game is made interesting. Inshaf Vidyartha coming into the board. Wesley, slight lack of concentration, I believe. After those 2 tries, they might have relaxed a little, but Vidyartha are going to keep fighting.
Credit should go to the Wesley forwards. They held their nerve. They held on to that defensive line. There's no mistake in the conversion. So 2 points coming in with the extras for the try by Tarindra Ratnayaka, and Wesley Vidyartha College are back in this game. 7 points, 11 at just 5 points separating the two sides. Here's a look at that replay taken quickly that time. Saw the opportunity. There was no player in front of him. In fact, it was Naveen Kumar who made that initial break, and Tarindra Ratnayaka crashed through the middle. And that was the first try. So here on, I think Wesley College, I think credit should go to that Wesley forwards for their early effort, just that they could not hold on to it in the final few minutes.
Wesley, as we know, are very, very skilled when it comes to defending. They defended over 25 to 30 faces against St. Joseph's to get that all-important victory in the concluded league at CRNFC. Here's Walpidage with the restart. Puts the ball up. Good high-hanging kick, but nobody chasing it. So easy clearance for Vidyartha. And that's a very decent clearance. A lot of the times, teams are guilty of switching off too soon after scoring, but not this time. Vidyartha doing well to clear that ball and get back into the Wesley half.
I think it's important that Vidyartha plays their rugby in their attacking half, because whenever they are in their defensive half, they're going to be vulnerable. If they cough up position, I think it's going to be Wesley with the counter attack. So they should be very vigilant. Let's see if Samuel Ogbeber should be fortunate. Very well done there by Dexter Gunathilaka that time.
Wesley's opting to set it up. Referee playing advantage because the maul was brought down illegally. Good carry by the Wesleyites. Jayavira. Vidyartha are now guilty of falling over the ball, losing the balance, not supporting their body weight, says the referee. So Wesley playing with advantage. Good carry by Dexter Gunathilaka. Lanky number 7. Here's Ogbeber. Goes through the first man, still on his feet. Finally brought down. Wesley now. Big man Tarindu Samarakon carrying the ball into the 22 meters. Walpidage has numbers on the outside. Subair looking for options. Sucks in 3 defenders. Wesley opting to go on the short side. Walpidage inside the 22, brought down. Jayavira rather. Vidyartha guilty of being offside. Quick tap by Subair. Gives it out to Ogbeber. Plenty of numbers on the short side. Opts to go underneath the post. And they score. Wesley College with their 3rd try.
Wonderful presence of mind from Murshid Zubair that time. He saw the penalty, took it quickly, saw his numbers. He could have passed the ball, but then he knew he could go all the way. Number 6 for Wesley, Sridesh Tavaraja, crashing through the middle right under the post, making work easy for Tarindu Walpidage as well.
Brilliant stuff by Murshid Zubair yet again. Second time he's created the try for his fellow teammate. Leading by example, the skipper. It's not how many tries you score, it's how many tries you create for your teammates, isn't it?
While Peter Gabe makes no mistake for the under the post conversion as West climbed to 19 points and reply to Vidyartha 7. We'd like to take a look at that replay of that try as well. I'd like to see how Murshid Zubair picks the ball, positions himself in line with referees. The referee's mark. Here you go, this is the infringement. Referee denoting into the penalty for offside. Murshid Zubair takes it quickly, finds his option. Samuel Ogbeber does most of the work, bringing his teammates inside that 5 meter, and then Shridesh Tavaraja knew he could go on his own and scored that try right under the post.
Poor defending by Vidyartha at that time. Two men was there to mark the man. Should have been a bear hug tackle where they derive the ball carrier of offloading that ball, but instead they went too low. Vidyartha trying to intercept that ball but can't collect it cleanly. So that will be a scrum in favor of the double blues.
I think Vidyartha's defenses need to be looked at. All these 3 tries came in due to their back line and the sweepers not being in their right places or not committing to those tackles. Just a quick update on our YouTube channel. We have more than 5,000 hours of content for you. You could check out match replays, match highlights, whatever it is. You could go and check it out on our YouTube channel. That's ThePapare official, and make sure you subscribe as well.
150,000 strong subscribers, and now if you can subscribe and send us a screenshot to ThePapare.com, you will be one of the lucky winners to receive free data, as Papare.com is giving away a total of 1 TB of data to 1,000 lucky winners. And here's Wesley College carrying the ball forward strongly. Murshid Zubair, the man. But guilty of not releasing the ball. So Vidyartha with a chance now. 19 points to 7 for all the fight they've shown. Vidyartha haven't been able to put in that finishing touches. Wesley, on the other hand, have been dominant whenever they had the ball. But they need to be very careful when Vidyartha comes into their red zone, because Vidyartha can break the game from all quarters of the field.
The last time Vidyartha made it to their 22, they ended up scoring. Let's see if this time Nalin Kumar can get this line out right for Vidyartha. Very important line out this time. Turnover ball once again, but Vidyartha managed to hold on to the ball. So Vidyartha that time, Kavish Vidyartha, the big lad, holding on to that ball. Let's see if Vidyartha could organize themselves and come back with the score.
Strange to see Vidyartha opting to go with their forwards. Their strength lies at the back of the line. Referee playing advantage for a high tackle in favor of Vidyartha. Here's the ball coming out. Fly off, opting to go on his own. That's going to be a penalty for sure. Let's wait and see whether it will be a card. Looked like a slight tip tackle, and if it's a tip tackle, that's going to be yellow for the man. Referee reaching out to his pocket. I really hope that it's not a yellow card. Here's the replay. Oh, yes, the player lands on his head. That's going to be a yellow, a minimum yellow. And Kavinder Pereira, the try scorer, is the man who is guilty of that tip, and he's sent to the bin for 10 minutes. Not ideal for Wesley College. Vidyartha taking the correct option and opting to go for 3.
I think that's the wise decision for Vidyartha to do. They were struggling in terms of defense as well, but for Wesley College, they'll be playing the next 10 minutes, the first half, and the next 10 minutes of the first half with 14 players, and that's going to be an opportunity that Vidyartha can look to exploit. Kavisha Kaluarachi with a chance to add the 3 points for Vidyartha. And that's 3 points, and the deficit cut to 9 points as Vidyartha climbed to 10. So the intentions are right. Vidyartha College walking away with points just as they entered the 22. The earlier time they entered, they ended up scoring a try. This time the points coming in form of 3 points. But however, points matter at the end of the day. So 25 minutes gone. Vidyartha College trailing 10 points to 19. But a lot of more rugby action coming in this first half as well. It's not yet done. 9 minutes to go on our clock. And with Wesley College down to 14 players, I think it's going to be a tough time for Wesley as well, with Murshid Zubair knowing that his right-handed winger, right winger, or his main man Kavindra Pereira is out, and Zubair will need to reconsider his plans.
During 10 minutes that Wesley has been reduced to 10 men, 14 men rather. Vidyartha have already managed to get 3 points on the board. So Vidyartha will be looking to try and get as many points as they can. Penalties conceded, 4 against 2 in favor of Wesley. That's a stat they'll want to reverse. Vidyartha missing out 5 tackles out of the 5. 3 have resulted in tries, and Vidyartha have had more handling errors.
I think that has been the reason why they considered those three tries. But the turnover rate for Vidyartha, I think last time around Kavishka Bandara and Pathum Jayakuri combining for that line break and the turnover, so that has worked for them. But then those missed tackles have costed them the tries.
Good high-hanging kick, and that will be deemed as a loss forward. Referee Atavara having a slight smile on his face. Nice to see the officials enjoying the game as well.
I think the conditions also have favored this game, Sudarshan. I was there at the Premier Trophy clash. It was very hot and humid, and the referee, of course, took a series of breaks because he knew the conditions are not going to help free-flowing rugby. But then now, with the wind factor also coming, I think it has been very favorable for the players.
Well, when you talk about the curse of commentators, Insaf, just as you said, the cloud moved and the sun's in my face. Thank you for that. But here's Vidyartha trying to get out of their red zone, and that's a very good kick. Collected cleanly by Walpidage. Jayavira loses it forward. Scampering for the ball. Still open play. The players, for a second, thought that the referee had whistled. They need to play for the whistle. Vidyartha carrying the ball forward, trying to make something of it. Referee decides that it wasn't enough tactical or territorial advantage for Vidyartha, so he'll bring back play to the initial knock forward.
Here you go. This is what happened. Not a characteristic of Murshid Zubair to lose the ball.
But for a second, there was a brain fade by Zubair. He shouldn't be kicking it forward, isn't it? If Vidyartha collected that ball, that's open play. Should have fallen on it at least. But not much harm done as we come back to the scrum. 10 points to 19 in favor of Wesley College. 27 plus minutes on our clock in this Milo Knockout Trophy 2019 first semi-final. Both teams have been given a walkover in their quarter-final affairs. Second time, the referee not happy with the setup of the scrum. This is one of those areas in rugby where so many laws come into play, especially to make sure the safety of the game, safety of the players. So whenever the referee is slightly unhappy of the formation, he will call for a restart. And the world governing body has restructured the laws as well to try and create a safe field for the players. Here's Vidyartha. Putting the ball to Wood. Kicks it out on the full. Cardinal error by Kavisha. So Wesley now with a chance inside the Vidyartha half.
That's not something you'll want to do, especially when you want to score the next time you get hold of ball. Sudarshana, they just came out with that 3 points. Just an update on to the Cricket World Cup. We are nearing the final few stages, the semi-final stage. In fact, the final coming up on Sunday. So make sure you catch up on all the Cricket World Cup action on your #1 sports sub. In the meantime, Wesley College have formed themselves a rolling mall. Thanindu Samarakon is right behind it.
Good setup for Wesley College, nicely setting it up. Still going, but finally comes to the ground. Vidyartha had no hand in bringing that ball down. It was self-inflicted by the Wesleyites. Lovely turnover ball. Milking that penalty. Beautiful body position on top of the tackle player. Gave him enough time to release the ball. Absolutely brilliant stuff by Rukshan Veerasinghe. The front row forward. Beautiful stuff. Earns Vidyartha a penalty and a chance to get into the Wesley territory.
I think Wesley is doing it right there, man down. And they're trying to keep hold of as much as position they have so that they could run the clock down, and when they have Kavinder back, here's a look at that turnover once again. Take a look at the body positioning from Veerasinghe. He was right there at the bottom and then grabbed the ball out. So referee Gihan had to right there to spot that and award Vidyartha with that penalty.
This is going to be a very important line out for Vidyartha. Nalin Kumar needs to make sure that he gets it right. The time Ogbebo having a hand on it, so referee Atavara awarding a scrum to Vidyartha College. Vidyartha will try to set it up.
.30 minutes gone in the semi-final. Tomorrow we'll be playing, we'll be seeing Vidyartha College playing St. Peter's. And this is not good signs for Vidyartha. Sudarshana, take a look at that. This is the initial infringement. Just a slight slip of the hand from the Wesley jumper. I think that time it should be Dexter Gunathilaka, not Samuel Ogbebo.
Vidyartha men down with a bloody nose. Referee will send him out to the blood bin if it cannot be fixed. Seems like it's the #9, not going to be ideal for Vidyartha. Kavishka Kaluarachi, the man. It's not ideal when you've been awarded a scrum to lose your halfback. Very interesting and important phase here for Vidyartha. Remember, Wesley is still a man down with 14 men. .30 minutes into this first half on our clock. We'll have to wait and see what Vidyartha comes out with. If they can score before Wesley's restored to the original number in this first half, it's going to be very interesting. Referee Atavara wanting the boys to change the mark.
I think, like you said in the earlier attempt, Sudarshana, scrummaging is of utmost importance, and especially in the under-19 regulation, there are stricter rules coming in, ensuring that these players and their safety is uplifted and maintained at all times, and that's one of the important keys from World Rugby.
Here's Vidyartha sending the ball out. Good rush defense by Wesley College.
Tackle.
They need to do it because Vidyartha ball in hand are a very dangerous team.
back, stay back.
Plenty of schools have been made to pay, and big carry by Tarindu Ratnaik, the big man.
Release.
Good defensive
Gain now,
effort
gain
by
now, gain now.
Wesley,
Vidyartha.
managing to mark their men down. Here's the skipper. Bandar, ball out for Vidyartha, plenty numbers on the open side. That's the speedster, Pathum Jayakodi. Loses the ball and it's a foot race. Oh, I think that was a little too much on it. He will be very, very disappointed. He'll go home. Dexter Gunatilaka is going to regret that for a long, long time, Gunatilaka. Otherwise, that would have been a try for the ages if he had managed to get an okay touch on it. But Gunatilaka, too much of momentum behind him, overcooked it.
You can see the disappointment in his face when he saw the ball hit the Milo padding. Very unfortunate. He did all the hard work, Sudarshana.
40 meter ke mang repeat karna 40 meter ke Vidyartha 28 chase karne ekkanata tackle kara. Recommendation?
The two referees having a word with each other.
Number 28. Kick kalla chase karne ekkanata tackle karanna bෑ. Right?
Seems like the man who has come in.
Mekedi ආයේ දෙ කරන්න එපා.
Wellagadara
Right? Keep. Captain, what do you want? Penalty දියනවා.
has been
Scrum එක
spotted doing something illegally.
Penalty අතන. Penalty නෙමෙයි. Scrum එක තමයි එතන තියෙන්නේ. ඔව්. Scrum, right? මෙතන.
It's like Wesley College have been given the right of the ball. Here's a look at what exactly happened. Sudarshan. Look at the positioning. That was Tarusa Jayavira with that booting. And
Yes, I think that was a tackle without the ball. So the referee giving the options of either a scrum or a penalty where that infringement occurred. So Wesley, on the other hand, opting to go for a scrum.
Coach. Fine. Set.
Wesley with the put in. Walpitage gives it to Subair. Wraparound pass. Jayavira gives it out to Deekshana Vithanage, the first try scorer for Wesley College.
Play on.
Good pressure and good turnover ball for Vidyartha had to be done. Now to get out of jail. Brilliant scampering kick. Here's Walpidage. Has plenty numbers on the outside. Here's Subair. Not supporting the body weight. Number 6 was the guilty party that time. Taraja. Vidyartha will be very happy that they can get out of jail from here.
not the best of kicks coming in from Kaluarachi. So one final play remaining for the first half. Here's a look at that replay. Tarun Samarakon going to ground. Look at the arriving player.
There you go. He loses his balance, sealing that ball, killing the ball. My two-man line out. Been a while since I've seen one in the 15-man game. That ball almost getting referee Atavara, rightly so, stopping the game and awarding a scrum.
Good acrobatic skills coming in from referee Atavara as well. Trying to play dodgeball. We'd like to see that on the replay if we have it. So 36 minutes on our clock, time's already up in the first half. Wesley College leading 19 points to 10. Vidyartha with one final opportunity.
Couple of more minutes will be available on referee's clock because of the number of stoppages that we had. Here's Vidyartha. Kaluarachi puts the ball to boot. Very well collected. Should have kicked it out because they would be restored to 15. Penalty given away. Interesting now. Quickly taken. Should definitely go for 3 points because they definitely have the range. Looking at the bench, and the call comes 3 points.
Coach Sumit Milo, and that's the right thing to do as well, Sudarshan. You're at the last break. 3 points, it will cut the deficit to just 13 points to 19. That's just 6 points separate in the two sides. And 6 points separate in two sides, based on the way that both teams have played, should be a very satisfactory thing to go into halftime.
Definitely Vidyartha will take that any day because they were down 12 points to 0 at the start. Here's the replay.
But Tarusa Javira should be kicking himself. He knew that time's up, and then he could have just kicked it out and then saved Wesley College of that 9-point lead.
Here's an opportunity for Vidyartha to scamper 3 points at the stroke of half time. Approximately 30 meters out with the angle. Well struck, has the distance and the direction. So 13 points on the board for Vidyartha. They'll be very happy going into the half time. Coach Milo will have very strong words to the boys, but he'll be happy with the outcome. 13 points to 19. Wesley, on the other hand, they were very dominant in the first opening exchanges of the game, but after they scored that second try, I thought they lost a little bit of momentum. But luckily for them, they have 3 tries to show for their efforts and that penalty they took. 13 points to 19 is the halftime confirmation.
I think based on the intensity they started on, Wesley College could not hold on, and the change or the yellow card was as one of the changing points in the game. Kavindana Perera gone, and Wesley College played it safe. Just could have managed to end the game on 13 points to 10 points to 19, but had to give away. Here's a look at the highlights. Tikshane Vitanage opening proceedings in the semi-final with that wonderful try on the far corner. Lovely bit of hands from Wesley, and here comes the second try, also courtesy of skipper Murshid Zubair. Lovely cut-out pass to the speeds. Kavindana Perera running around and scoring the second. The third try also came in similar fashion. In the meantime, Tarunduwal Pirike has had his luck with the kicking boot as well. Has done a good job and has had a good day in the first half. And this was a break coming in from Vidyartha. Ravin Veerasinghe, in fact, Rukshan Veerasinghe barging through the middle to score that one. Kalwarachi making no mistake with the conversion. And then this was the moment that's changed things around. Murshid Zubair taking the quick tap, sends the ball to Samuel Ogbebe, and at the end of the day, Sridesh Tavaraja ended up scoring right under the post. So those are the 3 tries coming in for Wesley. Lovely set of tries from the double blues. It was a delight to watch them play. But in the meantime, Vidyartha College bounced backwards. They bounced in their own way. They scored those 2 valuable penalties, and then that try sealed the game. So that was how Vidyartha College collected their points. 13 points they have at the end of the first half. Tarsu Jaivira getting that 3 points at the end of the first half. So there you go. That's the wrap up from the first half. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have action from the second half.
change දැන් යහපෝෂා දන්නේ ඉරිඟු සහල් මුං සෝයා විතරක් නෙවෙයි කිරිත් එකතු කරලා. ඒ නිසා මා චේන්ජ් වුණා.
ලංකාවේ ළමයින්ගේ අලුත්ම සොයා ගැනීම. මේක රස එක. මැලිබන් යහපෝෂ රසයකට චේන්ජ් වෙන්න.
කිසි ගැම්මක් නෑ. පදම පරක්කු ඇයි?
සුමීරි පානේ පදමට ගහලා දවස පුරා ගතට දැනෙන මිහිරක් පුබුදා.
හොඳම මැලිබන්තේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා. මැලිබන්තේ එක්ක අපේ දවස රස වුණා.
පදම වරුනේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා.
මැලිබන්තේ පදමට ගහට.
I have news. Let's meet.
To be a man is to sweat for every last inch of it. The harder you push yourself, the louder your body will protest. From sweat to grease, grease to dandruff. Fight back with Clear Men, 2 times the fighting power of ordinary shampoos. Beat grease, beat dandruff. Unbeatable performance for the unbeatable man. Power for the odds. Clear, zero dandruff, nothing to hide.
ශ්‍රී ලාංකික සැමගේ තේරීම no limit.
දැන් Gold Dio body spray හඳුන්වා දෙන අලුත් මාදිලි 4කින් Blaze, Challenge, Storm සහ Rave. අදම try කරන්න Gold Dio body spray පැය 24 පුරා.
When she's special, she's not just a girlfriend. She is your sweetheart. When you feel it, you don't just call it sunshine. You call it warmth. When you reveal your deepest emotions, it's not just art, it's freedom. And when its essence is premium cocoa butter, it's not just chocolate, it's Ravello. Chocolate so special, you call it Ravello.
Discover fashion inspired by emotion. Glitz, the fashion destination.
I start each day with a dream to win. Training, working hard, rain. How strong the other team is, nothing can stop me.
Nourishing Milo with its unique combination of chocolate, malted barley and B vitamins, together with the goodness of milk, brings out the winner in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.
දැන් යහපෝෂා දන්නේ ඉරිඟු සහල් මුං සෝයා විතරක් නෙවෙයි කිරිත් එකතු කරලා. ඒ නිසා මා චේන්ජ් වුණා.
ලංකාවේ ළමයින්ගේ අලුත්ම සොයා ගැනීම. මේක රස එක. මැලිබන් යහපෝෂ රසයකට චේන්ජ් වෙන්න.
කිසි ගැම්මක් නෑ. පදම පරක්කු ඇයි?
සුමීරි පානේ පදමට ගහලා දවස පුරා ගතට දැනෙන මිහිරක් පුබුදා.
හොඳම මැලිබන්තේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා. මැලිබන්තේ එක්ක අපේ දවස රස වුණා.
පදම වරුනේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා.
මැලිබන්තේ පදමට ගහට.
I have news. Let's meet.
සුවිසලි ලක්කවෙනුවෙන් සෑමංගලක් දක්වාම දහඩිය හෙලීම සැබෑ පිරිමියෙකුගේ ගතියක්. ඔබේ උත්සාහය තියුණු වෙන තරමට ඔබේ ශරීරයේ උත්සාහයට අභියෝග කරයි. මුලින් දහඩිය, ඉන්පසු ග්‍රීස්, අන්තිමක ඉස්හොරි. ක්ලියර්මෙන් සමගින් නැගිටින්න කාලයයි මේ. සාමාන්‍ය ෂැම්පූ වලට වඩා දෙගුණයක් ක්‍රියාකාරී ක්ලියර්මෙන් ඔබත් සමග ඉස්හොරි වලට එරෙහිව සටන් වදී. ඔබේ ජයග්‍රහණයට පෙරමං සදන අසමසම ඉලක්ක වෙත යන සැබෑ පිරිමින් වෙනුවෙන්ම සුවිශේෂී ක්ලියර්මෙන් ලොබාංගේගේ මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ. Then Gold Dio Body Spray. හඳුන්වා දෙන අලුත් මාදිලි හතරකින්. Blaze, Challenge, Storm සහ Rave. අදම try කරන්න. Gold Dio Body Spray. පැය 24 පුරා.
Echo the voices of fun. Fashion inspired by emotion. Glitz, the fashion destination.
I start each day with a dream to win. Training, working hard, rain. How strong the other team is, nothing can stop me.
Nourishing Milo with its unique combination of chocolate, malted barley and B vitamins, together with the goodness of milk, brings out the winner in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Welcome back to live action. If you're joining in right now, this is the Milo President's semi-final number 2.
ෆීට් එකේ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඉන්න ඕනේ. දැන් මට එළියදිනුත් අපේ CM වලත් කිව්වේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ෆීට් එකේ ඕගොල්ලෝ රක්වල ගිහිල්ලා එකපාරට වැටෙනවා දඩට ගාලා.
Everything to play for in the second half, 13 points to 19 Wesley College lead.
කට්ටියට ඇහෙන්න කියන්න. රක්වල ෆීට් එක උඩ තියාගන්න අරගොල්ලන්ට කන්ටෙස්ට් ගන්න chance දෙන්න කියලා.
ඒ කියන්නේ උන්ට අපිට chance දෙන්න ඕනේ ප්ලේස් කරන්න.
හරි. මම ඒක බලන්න. රයිට්.
පොඩ ඔෆ්සයිඩ් එකක්.
Kavisha Kalwarachi all set to restart proceedings. 6 points is the difference between the two sides. And here we go. Lovely hanging kick goes to the hands of Samuel Ogbeber.
Tackle! Get it back!
Bendis looks for his kicking options. Walpeter in the nose. He cannot kick this out on the full.
Collects it inside the 22, gives him the right to kick the ball out on the full, but doesn't find touch. Now Ogbebo again opts to run on his own. Now finds Jayavira, who's been bundled into touch by the Vidyarthians.
In fact, that was Murshid Zubair was dangling with the touch line, Sudarshana. Tried to send the ball out, but then the defense was right on the mark. Wesley College restored to their full strength.
Five.
With that, they haven't been very good with their lineouts. We'll want to make sure that they get it right in this all-important second half, but good work by Gunathilaka winning that ball.
Stay back.
Now putting the man on space, Gunathilaka. Isolated, beautiful offload. Good support play by the lock forward for Ferdinando.
And And it looks like referee Gihan Yatawara has awarded the try, and it's Tarindu Samarakot who walks away with that ball. So Wesley College striking in the very first minute of the second half. Like to see a replay of that one, but then Dexter Gunateka doing all that hard work, Sudarshan breaking through, and then finally giving Ravin Fernando space to go forward, and Tarindu Samarakot scores the Wesley try.
Wesley starting off the proceedings in the second half, similar to how they started the first half. Right next to our combox is the 2017 and 18 Wesley team. Here's a look at the replay on the short side, and they touched on beautiful stuff by Wesley, trying to get their lead back. 5 points added, 24 points to 13 with the conversion to come. Now the deficit restored to 9 points. Walpidage with the conversion. Well struck. And that's true. Beautiful stuff by Walpidage. Adds in 2 more. 26 points to 13. 13-point lead now for Wesley College. What they need to be aware of is not to switch off like they did in the second half of the opening 35. They need to make sure that they have the momentum and the intensity. Vidyartha, on the other hand, will be very, very disappointed at the way they gave away this try. It was a very soft score.
No.
Here's Walpidage.
Advantage.
Putting the ball to boot.
Advantage.
The referee playing advantage in favor of Wesley College, and the ball will ball falls in the in goal. And why did he have to kick it out?
That time a little bit of brain fade there by the sweeper player. Ratnayaka will take a look at that. This is a try early on. Dexter going to take a break in through the far corner. Has support in the form of Ravin Fernando. Wonderful delivery from Fernando, I would say. And then Wesley College, that's the way they scored their 4th try. So now the try scorer Samarakot has with him an important line out.
Absolutely very dangerous position for Wesley, but they don't manage to get their line out right. Trying to go through the short side. It's going to be a penalty. Man down. Hands in the ruck with a smile, says the referee. Now Vidyartha need to fight back. 13-point lead. And that's not an ideal kick. Just gaining over 5 to 6 meters. Here's what happened.
Looks like Tarindu Samarakot is in a little bit of trouble.
Bleeding. He will have to go out, fix that, and then try and come in. The physio will have to try and stop the bleeding. Vidyartha to put in, need to make sure that they hit their men. They need to hit the ranks right. Rukshan Veerasinghe, the man responsible of delivering the ball for Vidyartha. Going to number 4, not cleanly collected. Wesley scampering for that ball. Now unleash their backs. Lose the ball forward, and Vidyartha is quick to pounce on it. Referee playing advantage in favor of Vidyartha. Puts the ball to boot, and that's a very good kick. Seems like it has been taken back, but referee was playing advantage initially for the lost forward, so should have been should have come back to the initial infringement, but Wesley will be relieved that they have a line out inside the red zone of Vidyartha. Wesley can try and settle down here. They will be a hard team to contain. Throw is good. Setting it up is the double blues. They need to get the ball to the back of that maul. Vidyartha doing well to stop Wesley from transferring the ball to the back of the maul. Wesley still with possession. Using the forwards. Milks a penalty. A wrong mark, says the referee. Most of the school players, they need to understand it's the mark is not where the referee is standing at that moment, but where the infringement happens. So it's not necessarily needed that you run to the referee, but take the quick tap where the infringement occurred. Interesting call by Wesley Heights, opting to go for a scrum.
I think they're giving enough space for their three quarters. I think we have the likes of Jayavira Vitanage and Kavindana Pereira aligning. By the looks of it, Tikshla Vitanage also has come in support.
This happens when your skipper is a back, or else the forwards would have loved to go to the line out, set it up and score a forwards try. Here's the scrum from Wesley. Good pressure coming in from Vidyartha, but seems like they stood up. Ogbebo! Samuel Ogbebo says, I'm not going to give this to the backs. Let me score it for Wesley, and Ogbebo touches down as the Sam Zake rings out here at Royal Complex.
Take a look at that. Samuel Ogbebo saw the opportunity. Like you said, Sudarshan, it happens. You have to take the tap right where the infringement happens, and that's exactly what Samuel Ogbebo does. Takes a quick tap, barges through the middle. You can't stop this big lad. So try time, Wesley College.
Wesley slowly but surely running away with it. Brilliant stuff from Ogbebo. 31 points to 13. In this under-19 level, you are not allowed to shove the scrum over a meter. Vidyartha that time guilty of falling to the trap of Wesley College, who after the initial shove kind of surrendered to that push and milked that penalty, if you ask me.
I think they've exploited the rule very well, Sudarshan, and that's very good thinking from the forwards.
Very well drilled set of forwards. Here's Walpidage with a chance to extend the lead with 2 more points. And at the background, a dejected Vidyartha supporting staff. Well struck. Hits the post. What's with Sri Lankan kickers and hitting the post, Insaf? So many of these schools' kickers have been hitting the post time after time after time. They're so accurate at hitting the post, isn't it?
Tarundu Walpidage has had a good day, in fact, along with this man, Samuel Ogbebo. Wonderful prospect he has been for Double Blues Rugby. Mind you, he also can continue to play for Wesley College for 1 more year. Towards your right, you can see a disappointed Vidyartha College fan zone as well. They come all the way from Kandy. Been right behind this stream, Sudarshan. They came in numbers on Saturday when Vidyartha played DS Senanayake, a decisive game. Flocked that Havelock Sports Club ground in hundreds.
That's right, Insaf. I was watching the game on ThePapare.com, and something that I did realize, although it wasn't shown on camera, was that the infamous Vidyartha College cadet band was also present there. You could hear the flutes of that band as Wesley up to put the ball to boot and kicks it out onto the touchline.
Sudarshana, nothing is lost for Vidyartha. This is just a game. They've got a big challenge next year. We remember those heroics of 2012 very well. Jason Dissanayake, Kavindu Pereira, Ashan Bandara, all now national level players. A lot of players from that Vidyartha side have gone on for bigger things. And
my memory goes back Insaf to the years 2005, 6 and 7, where the likes of Charit Seneviratne, Radisha Seneviratne played for Vidyartha alongside Chanaka Chandimal, and also Hasintha, Suranga Pushpakumar all played for Vidyartha. They were a very, very strong team, contenders for the title as well. Here's Vidyartha with a chance. That's a penalty coming any day. Brilliant stuff by referee Atavara, who was right at the mark. Vidyartha needs to show some urgency, try and create something from it. They need to go to the touch, and they need 7 points. 3 points is not going to cut when you're chasing a big mammoth deficit. And rightfully so, they are opting to go to touch. Now the hooker needs to calm down. They need to make sure that they are on point.
But then on the plus side, Sudarshana, the forwards showed that they are capable of bigger things with that scrum. Now they have an opportunity with the line out. And hopefully if they could get this right, taken there by Nalin Kumar.
Very unfortunate. Should have controlled that ball at the back, but here's an opportunity for Vidyartha from open play. Jai Kodi, the man carrying the ball, loses it forward. Referee deems that was all right. So Vidyartha with an opportunity. Great line speed shown by Wesley College in their defensive aspect. They fixed that from the first half. Dexter Gunatilaka was the man who was doing that good work. Vidyartha will be hoping to get that depth. Oh, poor collection. Very poor collection by the big number one, who's guilty of taking his eyes off the ball. Taking the man without the ball will be a penalty in favor of Wesley College.
This is the problem with Vidyartha College. They've been giving out unnecessary penalties at most important times. There was a line out there at that point. They could have capitalized on the attacking option. But in the meantime, Wesley College are going to make best use of these opportunities. Mursi Zubair, we want to go in for touch. I think it's nice to see Tharindu Valpitagi also taking the kicking duties. I think Zubair has been the main kicking option. But then ever since Valpitagi has taken on that kicking duties, I think it has given Murshid Zubair more space to run around and restructure play, something that Isipathana College could work around, because with the likes of Manika Ruber, he's a very X-factor player. But then with him doing all of the work, Sudarshan, I think he tends to get distracted, or he tends to not have his focus when it comes to open play.
Oh, absolutely. I am 100% with you there. Insaf Ruberu seems like he's burdened with a lot of responsibilities, and like you said, if a player in the caliber of Valpitagi from Isipathana can put his hand up, it will really benefit Isipathana. But things going right for Wesley so far, not the line out, where Wesley loses the ball, and Vidyartha will be looking to try and get out of jail. Puts the ball up, and there's Valpitagi. He's been very safe. Vidyartha supporters are not very happy with the linesman, who anyways had his hand up. Maybe a little late to get there, but he had his flag up, so no harm done there.
Tomorrow's clash is also going to be an exciting one. St. Peter's taking on Isipatana. Penalties considered a little bit on the high side for the Double Blues. They need to work on that. Veera Singh with the line out intercepted by Wesley. Here comes Fernando. Barges through. Genosha Mendes searching for the ball. Goes to the shorter side. Out to Tarindu Samarak on the try scorer. Now Dexter Gunathilaka puts his player in space. Tarindu Walpitake going all the way. Very unfortunate that time. But at the meantime, Tarindu Samarakon puts that ball down. But it looks like there was a knock on from Tarindu Walpitake. Very unfortunate that time. Walpitake did everything right. Dexter Gunathilaka once again very well done. Putting the man in his place. But unfortunately had to give away position.
Absolutely, very unfortunate there by Wesley. Walpitake did a lot of things right, but the offload couldn't get it out. Dexter Gunathilaka has been a cracker of a player. Exact number 7. You'd hope. Take a look at that. Had the good sense to give it out to his number 10, but unfortunately not managing to hold on was Fernando.
Satsara Kalugampitiya with that try-saving tackle for Vidyartha. Kaluarachi will need to clear his lines. And he does so, gains a good few meters on that kick. So Wesley College playing all of the rugby in the attacking half, and that's troubling Vidyartha in the last few minutes. They've got a lot of defending to do in the last few minutes, so that's hurting them. But in the meantime, Tarun Samarakon has not been good with his lineouts. We'll need to make sure he gets this one right with the likes of Dexter Gunathilaka, Samuel Ogbeba in your line, and you cannot miss the throw-in. Goes to the short option. This time Wesley managed to hold on. Almost coughed off position that time. Now Mendes out to Ogbeba. Nice ball to Hafiz Thabit. Thabit goes through the middle. Takes 2 players to take him down. Mendes once again. Quick ball out to Jaivir. Now Murshid Zubair. Finds Kavindana Pereira. Pereira shrugs off one, shrugs off another. Goes through. And that's the try. Kavindana Pereira. Wonderful bit of work. That's very well done, the Double Blues. Once again, Murshid Zubair, that man puts his winger in just in place, in the right place at the right time, and Kavindana Pereira goes through.
Absolutely terrific stuff by Kavindana Pereira for his second try. And Wesley really put in this game to rest now with that try. Vidyartha has been made to pay for all their mistakes. Beautiful carry. And take a look at this. Good offload by Zubair, and Kavindana Pereira managing to beat all the defenders, runs around and touches down for the Double Blues.
Absolute delight to watch Pereira running his final season for the Double Blues. Tarindu Walpitake with the conversion slightly differing out to the right, but that won't matter. Wesley College continue to climb in the scoreboard, 36 points at the moment, and they are in a commanding position in this game. So 52 minutes on our clock, and they are slowly but surely putting their hand up for that final position. So the last time Wesley College came to the final was in 2013. Everyone remembers the heroics of that Rahul De Silva led side. They ended up winning the final, defeating Trinity College, and by a comprehensive margin that was. So Wesley College, led by Murshid Zubair, slowly putting their hand up. Let's see if they could go the distance. We'll have to only wait and see. The finals will be played on the 20th of July. But nothing is lost for the Vidyartha players, Sudarshan. I think they've come a long way. I think as Sumedha Malavan, their head coach, also echoed that he came out with a purpose when he took on this Vidyartha side. And just a quick update about the school's rugby stats and figures. We've got a whole new stats center made dedicatedly for rugby. So all you need to do is go to stats.thepapare.com/rugby, or you can select the rugby option on our main page and you can get yourself updated with all of schools' rugby numbers. And the numbers don't lie, Sudarshan. Vidyartha College has been one of the best sides in the plate competition.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm 100% with you when you say all is not lost for Vidyartha. This is their run-in with a side which has rubbed shoulders with the best and is one of the best of the A division setup. Intentional knock forward there, penalized by referee Adavara. So Vidyartha will be, and I'm told more than 15 players of the starting 23 of today's game will go on to play next year as well. So that's a very, very good foundation to build on for Vidyartha, who will have to work hard next year to make sure that they remain in the top tier. And if and when they do, they will yet again become a force to be reckoned with. And next year, 5 Candy schools having gotten promotion to A Division, 4 getting promoted to A Division rather, with Trinity joining them, they will make life difficult for the rest of the 5 Colombo schools who will have to travel up to play these teams.
I think it's finally been an even ground, Sudarshana. We see a majority of Candy's Colombo schools dominating. We'll wait and see what kind of an impact schools like Anthony's and Dharmaraja along with Kingswood will have to offer. This time Samuel Ogbeber landed on his back. Seems to be in a bit of trouble.
Referee Atavara says it's not straight, but Wesley are very, very lucky that they haven't conceded a penalty, because it's the responsibility of the lifters to bring the player down safe. Otherwise, you can be penalized. And it's not very nice when you are a second row for you to land on your back. It's dangerous as well. Ogbebo is a tough cookie. He wouldn't mind, I'm sure. But he'll have a couple of words to say to his lifters after the game. Here's Kaluarachi sending the ball out to his backs, opting to put the ball to Bud. Not a very, very good option to be taken. Vidyartha managing to scamper the ball again. Sends it out.
Tackle! Roll away!
Wesley now need to make sure that they settle down and they get their defensive aspect right. Try and perfect it for the all-important final. Lost forward by Vidyartha. 36 points to 13. Wesley in the lead, and a commanding lead at that inch-half. What do you reckon Wesley's preferred opponents will become the final? We've seen that St. Peter's have been the most consistent side when it comes to the league, but as we know, Isipathana College is a different beast when they come into the knockouts. They are one of those teams who are very hungry to try and get the President's Trophy time and time again. We've seen the likes of Kumendra Dharmadas's side, who were not ranked well, came out with all guns blazing way back in 2012. Kushan Indunil's side, who went on to win the President's Trophy, so they are going to be fierce competitors. It'll be a very, very interesting game tomorrow. But who will be Wesley's preferred opponents?
Having seen St. Peter's play, Sudarshana, they have a good front row. I think they are very mobile. They love to carry the ball. They love to give in a hard time to their opponents. So St. Peter Wesley will be hoping that they get Isipathana, because based on the track record, they've played Isipathana. They know their conditions, and they've secured that win as well. So Wesley will be hoping that they get Isipathana, but then St. Peter's are a team who will not leave without a fight this time. Genosha Mendis getting the ball from Samuel Ogbeber. Good pressure from Vidyartha, but the Rubber Blues hold on to position. Now Samarakon through the middle.
Tackle! Hands off.
There you go, penalized that time. Vidyartha College. Like I said, Sudarshana, St. Peter's are the defending champions. They made a wonderful comeback last year in that final. They came back strong. And they're a team who are not going to give away. I think they lost that league title just by that conversion at St. Thomas's in Mount Lavinia. And they're not going to give away this crown without a fight.
So I too agree with you. I too agree with you that Wesley will prefer Isipatana because I believe Wesley have a better set of forwards than the Isipatanians. But Patana, if they make the final, they are not going to give any quarter. They're always fighters who want to make sure that they finish strong for the proud tradition of rugby that they have. Talking about proud traditions of rugby, Vidyartha College is another school who have had a very, very proud tradition of rugby, having gifted so many talented players to the national rugby circuit as well.
Players of the stature like Sumedha Milo, now current coach, was one time Sri Lanka national representative, was an impact player in the national jersey, along with players like Charit Seniratna, who's gone the distance to represent Sri Lanka in the national 7th circuit as well. Sudarshana was a star class player during his time, still continues to do so for Air Force. Have gone down a little down in his speed, but then he continues to rattle and bring that X factor for the Airmen.
Talking about star quality players, memory goes back to Dhanushka Pushpakumar, former Vidyartha captain. He couldn't, way back when it was Singa Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens, he couldn't play for Vidyartha team because he was picked for the national outfit with the likes of Radhika Hettiarachchi in the mix. Sajid Mallikarachi, Radhika Hettiarachchi, Amjad Bucks in the mix. Dhanushka Pushpakumar, while being a schoolboy, he was picked into the national sevens outfit. But Vidyartha that year went on to win the Singer Schools sevens tournament, defeating St. Peter's College, who were the league champions that year. Here's Vidyartha setting it up, not something that you will see normally. This is definitely the influence of their coach Sumedha Malavana coming in, breaking through the short side, inches away from the try line. Vidyartha set it up, snaking it forward.
Get back, get back.
Still fighting, one for the road, playing for pride. Here's Vidyartha, still asking questions from the Wesley defense. Can they get a try under their belt? Getting into the last 10 minutes of this game. Referee shouting at the number 16 to roll away. Here's Vidyartha, now changing direction, going in the open side. Going straight, inches short yet again. Forwards happy to keep it with themselves, and here's man carrying the ball. Good defensive effort by Wesley. Wesley being given instructions that they need to use their hands in the tackle. Now coming under the post. Very good defensive effort by Wesley. We know that they can do this. They are disciplined around the fringes. Beautiful work. It's absolutely terrific. Vidyartha going nowhere. Running laterally and being pushed back. Credit to Wesley for the fight they've shown defensively despite being up on the board. Long pass out, will he give it out? Brilliant basketball pass, and the number 14 for Vidyartha, Pathum Jayakodi, touches down. A consolation try for them.
Pathum Jayakodi has been everywhere in this Wesley Vidyartha attack, mind you. In the fight from the first half, he's circled things on, and after 14 long faces, Sudarshan, I think finally the reward came for the Tigers. Long cut-out pass. Could have passed a little bit earlier. Lovely basketball pass, however, from Avish Ratnayaka allows Pathum Jayakodi to score on the far corner.
Ratnayaka that time could have gone in himself, but opted to give the ball out. All worked in well for Vidyartha College, and here's Kaluarachi with an opportunity to add 2 more points to bring the score up to 20.
We go back, Sudarshan, if you could recollect that sevens tournament last year, the Singer Inter-School Sevens, that's where everyone was asking the questions about Vidyartha. Who are these players? Who are these people? Pathum Jayakodi, Satsara Karugampitiya, Dilshara Kodagoda, all were impact players. And it reflected in the Division 1, Division 2 run as well this time around. Kaluarachi almost got that kick through.
Just short, yes. I agree, Inshaf. During the sevens tournament, Vidyartha team made everybody stand up and take notice. Beautiful work by them in that sevens tournament. And Vidyartha have always been known for their sevens capabilities. They have a very hot stepping backs in their ranks. That's a replay of the try again. Jayakodi, the beneficiary. Walpidage restarting, taking the heights off the ball. He'll be very unhappy. Bashing the ball on the ground. He's not going to get you anywhere.
Kavishka Bandara that time, the skipper from Vidyartha. Just an update about our YouTube channel. Mind you, a reminder on our data giveaway as well. We are offering a 1 TB of data for everyone who subscribed to our channel. So if you haven't subscribed, there's going to be plentiful video footage coming you in terms of local sport, international sport, all on our YouTube channel. So all you need to do is subscribe, take a screenshot and send it to our Facebook page. That's ThePapare.com.
That's the man I was talking about, the one in the green color bib, Dhanushka Pushpakumar. Lost forward by Wesley College. But referee brings play back to the infringement because there was no advantage. Yes, the ThePapare.com YouTube channel has over 50,000 hours of video replay. Exclusive stuff from every sport in the country. Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, bringing you all this action since 2009, and we are celebrating 10 years of sharing the passion this year.
Mind you, the school's rugby season has just come to a close, and if you missed any of these matches, you got the highlights packet, and if you were not happy with the highlights, Sudarshan, I could always go and take a look at the match replay.
Yes, Insaf, personally, there are a couple of matches I really want to go and reminisce on. One of them, free kick awarded to Vidyartha. Nippy halfback taking it quickly, nimble-footed. There you go. Steps in, steps out. Referee now playing penalty advantage for a high tackle. Vidyartha with the advantage. Can they create something here in this last 10 minutes? Kalugampitiya, brilliant pace shown, still advantage. Another high tackle. Referee will let Vidyartha create something from here. Oh, brilliant show and go. Wesley defense now scrambling. Vidyartha, how many tries can they notch up in this final 10 minutes? We will have to wait and see. Hitting through the ranks. Wesley guilty of not releasing that man. He had his knees on the ground. I'm a little surprised at the amount of carries the forwards have had for Vidyartha, knowing that Wesley have a very good set of forwards and they're strong around the fringes. I would have thought they would be better off running the ball because that's where their strengths lie. And every time Vidyartha carries the ball, they look absolutely dangerous and threatening. Yet again, being pushed laterally. Wesley have been quite cheeky. They've managed to slow the ball down in the ruck. Steps back in. It's going to be a penalty for not rolling away. Quickly taken. Stopped in the 5 meters. Vidyartha, in my opinion, need to send the ball out because there are plenty of openings on the outside. Here's the big man. Bandara will touch down. Beautiful stuff by the Vidyartha skipper. His side may not get the victory, but they are going to go down fighting. Here's a replay.
Kavishka Bandara deserved try for all his efforts that he's done throughout this season. Sudarshana, he's taken this team from nothing to the A division, and credits to him as he will sign off with that try. And it'll be a try that he'll remember for his lifetime.
Yes, of course, but he will most importantly be remembered as the captain who steered Vidyartha back to the top division. 23 points to 36 reads much better than 36 points to 13.
It's time for us also to decide the player of the match. This time Kalu Arachi makes no mistake with the conversion. So 24 points to 25 points when 36 should be a decent scoreline. But we still have 2 minutes to go on in this second half according to our clock. And Sudarshan, it's time for us to also decide on a player of the match. Here's a look at that try once again. Kavishka Bandara barges through one player. That was Ravin Fernando. Goes through the middle. There's no stopping this lad. 2 players committed, but it was not here.
Twist and turn. Great leg drive there by Bandara to go and touch down. Vidyartha giving all their fans their money it's worth. 25 points to 36. Couple of more minutes remaining in this semi-final. And talking about the player of the match in Shaf, couple of players have really put their hands up. The man with the ball, Walpidage, is one such player whose all-round game has done very well for Wesley College. Skipper Subair created couple of tries. But I think I have to side with Dexter Gunatilaka, who's been absolutely brilliant. He's been a completely pure example of a perfect number 7 for Wesley College. He's had his running game, his defensive effort has been on spot. So I think I'm going to side with Dexter Gunatilaka.
I cannot agree more, Sudarshana. Dexter Gunatilaka has been everywhere in this game. Has done his job really well. Brought in about 2 or 3 opportunities for his wingers as well. So there you go. The clear main player of the match is Dexter Gunatilaka. In the meantime, Wesley College searching for one last try before the full-time whistle. Samuel Ogbeber acting as a halfback that time. Goes to Samarakon.
Vidyartha with the penalty. What can they do from here? Holding on, says the referee. Vidyartha will run it from their own try line. Here they are in the 22 meters. That's lost forward. Very unfortunate for Vidyartha. Very unfortunate for Vidyartha. That's lost forward. Referee takes a look at the clock and decides that's full time. 25 points to 36. Hard-fought victory for Wesley College. They will not be very happy at the fluency that they presented here. They'll have to do much more if they are to go the distance in this President's Trophy Milo knockout finals. But Vidyartha take nothing away from the effort of these young lads in double blue-yellow. They've put on a real fight against a team that has been playing in top division Vidyartha, this is the success stories that we are looking at in Shaf. Come from a B division and they've been a real troublemaker for Wesley College, who've been one of the top sides in the top division. We'll be able to expect a lot more to come from this Vidyartha outfit. Like we mentioned earlier, 15 players out of the starting 23 will go on to represent Vidyartha next season as well. So if they can keep their form, if they can be fit for next season, they will be such a big force to be reckoned with. They have a very good supporting system. On the other hand, Wesley College have one more game in their season. They will want to make sure that they go out with some silverware. They will have their eyes open on the game tomorrow. I'm sure the team will get together tomorrow and watch the game on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com, and see who are the victors of the second semi-final.
Vidyartha College, nothing to lose from this game. Like you said, I echo your sentiments, Sudarshanam. Came from nothing, put up this show, 25 points on board, and we are going to see much more of Vidyartha College. The light blue, dark blue, and the yellow jersey is going to be something that we'll expect to see in 2020 season. Here's Dexter Gunatega putting his number 4 in space, finally allowing Thanu Samarakon to score that try. That was the opening try. Coming in the second minute of the second half, Wesley College clearly stamping their dominance in the very few minutes of play. And then there was no stopping the double blues from that point onwards. Vidyartha College, on the other hand, tried their luck in a few options but could not get their act together. Tarandu Walpirage has been an excellent prospect for Wesley College. I think the way he handled his ball, the way he handles his play, his broken play, and his kicking together, he makes a complete package for a fly-off.
Absolutely, Shaf. I think Tarandu Walpirage is, for me, arguably, he is the best fly-off of this season. He's been an all-round player, like we mentioned. His kicking game, his passing game, and also carrying the ball when he has to, has been immaculate. And also being one of those players right at the back, his collections has been safe as houses. So he's one of those players to have an eye out on, and to think that he can play one more year for the Campbell Park school. He's absolutely terrific. And here's Vidyartha getting their try. Basketball pass to the number 14, touching down. Jayakodi, the man who touched down for Vidyartha.
I think nothing is lost. We have the 7th tournaments coming up in September as well. Expect Vidyartha to come all guns blazing for that as well. The under-18 sevens is in August, and the under-19 sevens in September. That's after the advanced level examinations. And Kavishka Bandara finishes things off for Vidyartha. A deserved try at the end of his career at his school. Hopefully he could turn out to be a prospect for the country as well if he continues to play his sport in his hometown club or anywhere in the Dialogue Club Rugby League.
Absolutely. For Vidyartha, plenty of good signs. That's how the game ended. 3 tries against 6 in favor of Wesley College at half-time. Wesley had 13 points to 19. Wesley finishing the game 36 points to 25, with Vidyartha trying to come into the game in the second half. They had a little too much to do in the second half, and now clear main player of the match, Wesley number 7, Dexter Gunathaleka, for his all-round performance and his outstanding ability to be present all around the park. Here's how the game progressed. As you can see, the line breaks of Wesley vastly different too, with Vidyartha 11 against 5, and also the missed tackles costing Vidyartha the game, and Vidyartha had more handling errors. So Wesley was the better team on the day, going the distance and managing to book the first slot of the Milo knockout final. And we'll have to wait and see who the other contenders are going to be. Coming up next, Prince of Wales College taking on Thurston tomorrow before the Milo President's Final in the Milo Premier Semi-Final. He is the Milo Premier second semi-final. Isipathan taking on, I beg your pardon, the Milo President's second semi-final. Isipathan taking on St. Peter's College, which is going to be a terrific game. Here you go. As you can see, Wesley have booked the first slot for the final, and it will be either Isipathan or St. Peter's booking the second slot in the final of this all-important President's Knockout Trophy 2019. That's the end of our broadcast from here at Racecourse for today. Join us yet again tomorrow as we bring you absolutely brilliant pictures of the Premier Semis and the President's second semi-final from the same location at the same time. I'm Sudarshan Piri signing off alongside Inshaf Kapoor and our ThePapare.com production and the technical crews. Have yourself a great day.
දැන් යහපෝෂා දන්නේ ඉරිඟු සහල් මුං සෝයා විතරක් නෙවෙයි කිරිත් එකතු කරලා. ඒ නිසා මා චේන්ජ් වුණා.
ලංකාවේ ළමයින්ගේ අලුත්ම සොයා ගැනීම. මේක රස එක. මැලිබන් යහපෝෂ රස එකට චේන්ජ් වෙන්න.
කිසි ගැම්මක් නෑ. පදම පරක්කු ඇයි?
සුමීරි පානේ පදමට ගහලා දවස පුරා ගතට දැනෙන මිහිරක් පුබුදා.
හොඳම මැලිබන්ටේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා. මැලිබන්ටේ එක්ක අපේ දවස රස වුණා.
පදම වරුනේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා.
මැලිබන්ටේ පදමට කහට.
සුවිසලි ලක්ක වෙනුවෙන් සෑමංගලක් දක්වාම දහඩිය හෙලීම සැබෑ පිරිමියෙකුගේ ගතියක්. ඔබේ උත්සාහය තියුණු වෙන තරමට ඔබේ ශරීරයේ උත්සාහයට අභියෝග කරයි. මුලින් දහඩිය, ඉන්පසු ග්‍රීස්, අන්තිමට ඉස්හොරි. ක්ලියර්මෙන් සමගින් නැගිටින්න කාලයයි මේ. සාමාන්‍ය ෂැම්පූ වලට වඩා දෙගුණයක් ක්‍රියාකාරී ක්ලියර්මෙන් ඔබත් සමග ඉස්හොරි වලට එරෙහිව සටන් වදී. ඔබේ ජයග්‍රහණයට පෙරමං සදන අසමසම ඉලක්ක වෙත යන සැබෑ පිරිමින් වෙනුවෙන්ම සුවිශේෂී ක්ලියර්මෙන් ලොබාංගේගේ මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ.
ශ්‍රී ලාංකික සැමගේ තේරීම no limit.
When she's special, she's not just a girlfriend. She is your sweetheart. When you feel it, you don't just call it sunshine. You call it warmth. When you reveal your deepest emotions, it's not just art. It's freedom. And when its essence is premium cocoa butter, it's not just chocolate. It's Ravello. Chocolate so special, you call it Ravello.
Drift in search of happiness. Fashion inspired by emotion. Glitz, the fashion destination.
හැමෝම ඇවිල්ලා. ඔයාලා විතරයි අඩුවට හිටියේ. එන්න එන්න. හරි හරි ඔක්කොම බලන්න පුළුවන්. මේ බලන්න. මේ තෙරපොඩ්. මේ කාලේ ඕන දෙයක් ක්ෂණිකව දැනගන්න පුළුවන්. මෙන්න ඔසීන්න ඇන්ඩ්‍රු කතා කරනවා. හලෝ ඇන්ඩ්රු. මුළු ක්ලික් එකම අද අපේ ගෙදර. පොඩි ලොකු හැමෝම අද අපේ ගෙදර. මේ හැමෝම සතුටු කරන්න අපේ ගෙදර සුපර් ෆාස්ට් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් වගේම ඇතිතරම් ඩේටා තියෙන්නේ ඩයලොග් හෝම් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් නිසා. රයිට්. මගේ ඩයලොග් මගේ විදියට මගේ සුපර් හෝම් එකේ. ලංකාවේ අපිට නම් ඩයලොග් තමයි.
දැන් යහපෝෂා දන්නේ ඉරිඟු සහල් මුං සෝයා විතරක් නෙවෙයි කිරිත් එකතු කරලා. ඒ නිසා මා චේන්ජ් වුණා.
ලංකාවේ ළමයින්ගේ අලුත්ම සොයා ගැනීම. මේක රස එක. මැලිබන් යහපෝෂ රස එකට චේන්ජ් වෙන්න.
කිසි ගැම්මක් නෑ. පදම පරක්කු ඇයි?
සුමීරි පානේ පදමට ගහලා දවස පුරා ගතට දැනෙන මිහිරක් පුබුදා.
හොඳම මැලිබන්තේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා. මැලිබන්තේ එක්ක අපේ දවස රස වුණා.
පදම වරුනේ.
කහට පදම නියමෙට රස සමග මුසුණා.
මැලිබන්තේ පදමට කහට.
ශ්‍රී ලාංකික සැමගේ තේරීම no limit. Stumble upon a surprise. Fashion inspired by emotion. Glitz, the fashion destination.
I start each day with a dream to win. Training, working hard, rain. How strong the other team is, nothing can stop me.
Nourishing Milo with its unique combination of chocolate, malted barley and B vitamins, together with the goodness of milk, brings out the winner in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.